I mean, he was in the middle of everything. And I thought the thing that probably pleased me the most was, you know, we talk about, we've been kind of stressing being ready for the first pitch. You know, Carlos has like a 10-pitch at bat, and the kid hits the ball off his glove, and he made one of the best plays I've seen all year. And then Santana with a pick. And I mean, you never know, but, you know, that's a hard way to start a game with a 10-pitch at bat, have a runner at first. And because he was ready and talented, we got an out, and, you know, it really helps. And then he was in the middle of some you know, when we were scoring. Everybody was happy for him, I think.
Also, too, I mean, you don't want to sit Kipnis or other guys too often, but just when you can sit those guys and then have a guy.
That's kind of the dilemma. I mean, you know, the guys that he could play for, there are everyday guys that, you know, they don't sit very often. And that's kind of what I was talking about before. I worry about it a little bit because I don't ever want to get in the way of his development. But to his credit, you can see that he's staying sharp. He's not losing a step defensively for sure. And he's been hitting in the cage with Vambo and those guys. So it's just nice to see him have some success in the game. One, it helps us win. But two, you just feel better that he's okay.
We talked about, I think yesterday, about Lindor going to the opposite field. What do you think of his approach on that double?
You know, I was actually kind of glad because, I mean, Conley comes in, he throws really hard. But Frankie's faced him, I think, already a couple times, had a few hits. And I just thought maybe with the velocity, that might be good for Frankie. And he stayed on it and drove it the other way. And you could tell he was excited because, you know, I think he's feeling it a little bit. You know, he tried to bunt the one time and he, you know, bounced up and hit him. And he, you know, just trying to do stuff. I like the idea that he's trying in the midst of not feeling great at the plate, trying to do something productive for us. You know, wow, I mean, my guess is it was probably could have been called fair, but because of the camera angles, it's not going to get overturned. That's what I was talking to Mike Everett about. Like, if they call that fair off the bat, they're not going to overturn it either way. You know, we were kind of discussing that. It'd be nice if at some point they had some uniformity on, like, camera angles and things like that, because it's so happenstance from ballpark to ballpark. Make sure you guys use that word.
You guys have never doubted his ability to turn it around. Just from the way that he kind of, the body language part, does it look like he kind of is feeling better kind of about himself?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we use the word sometimes, you know, hitterish. I mean, he looks dangerous right now. And I don't think his body language is ever bad. I know what you're saying, though. You could tell he was feeling it. But he's starting to look pretty dangerous. You know, for a while there, he was swinging hard. And, you know, in between now, when he lets it go, he's got his legs under him and pretty ferocious.
With tomorrow an off day, that let you go to Miller a little later?
You know, that was one of those where, you know, I mean, we were able to win today. We can't do that. Like, after this off day, we have, 23 and 21 days. So, but today we could, knowing that there's an off day. But it's hard. It'll be hard to put back-to-back-to-back games together if we don't get a little bit deeper. And again, I think Carlos probably could have. It just looked like today wasn't his most powerful day. And I thought he was starting to get under some balls, and the way, you know, it's 3-2, so go to Andrew.
You know, I know there's nothing you can do about it, but does it bother you at all that you get 3 days off in 9 days or whatever it is, and then you have these long marathon stretches where you just said you have to pack all those games into?
Well, I mean, they can't help the rainouts. I mean, those
right,
are. I think it just happened. I don't know why it happens. I'm sure there's good reasons. I mean, we'll take off days whenever you get them. I guess having them balanced out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But, I mean, we've been able to do stuff with our pitching. So you try to take advantage of whatever's in front of you. And, you know, that's just, it's, I think every team kind of goes through these things where, I know I'll look up when we see playing a team, you're like, man, they just had three off days. So the way the schedule is with all of the interleague and everything, I think it's the way it works.
Does it amaze you how consistent Miller has been? I mean, dating back to, not just.
You know what? He's just really good. And to boot, he's really competitive. You know, he's not the loudest guy, but, you know, when he's on, everybody sees. When it's not perfect, he has that ability to really compete.